So, good morning to all of you. Today we have discussed some problems related to the creep and the shrinkage. In the last lecture, we have discussed the different types of losses in pre-tensioning system as well as in post-tensioning system. Some losses are time dependent and some losses are instantaneous, or we can say that the sudden losses. Now, in this case, initial. What is the meaning of this? If we want to calculate the total amount of loss in the pre-stress, we can say that the loss of pre-stress is equal to initial stress minus effective stress. What is initial stress? Initial stress means when we apply the tracing without considering any loss. Say 800 MPa is the stress or strain. We can pull all the wires or tendon 800 MPa. Due to friction, due to sleep, due to we can say that the due to relaxation in steel, relaxation in concrete, that is the strain, shrinkage, there is a loss, and this loss is equal to, we can say that the whatever the after considering all these losses, whatever the stress is present in the tendon, that is called as the effective stress. Therefore, loss of stress is equal to initial stress minus effective stress. Now, initial stress due to deducting the loss due to the anchorage, take up and friction, initial stress is obtained. That means in initial stress, anchorage is already considered. We can see that friction is already considered. If stress is measured at the time of pulling the wire, the trace is termed as jacking trace. And third one, if jacking trace is treated as the initial trace, the effective trace is jacking trace minus all the losses. So remember all these things. These are very important from the analysis point of view. Now effective stress, initial stress in the steel minus the loss is known as the effective or design stress. So this is the effective stress, or we can say that the initial minus the total loss, that is the effective stress. And definitely in the post tension losses are there as compared to the pre tension, but depend on the applications. Now total pre tension losses is equal to, this is in the pre tensioning system, loss due to creep is there, elastic shortening is there, shrinkage is there, and steel relaxation is there. Similarly, in case of post tension losses, loss due to creep is there, elastic shortening is there. Elastic shortening when the tendon stretch one by one, shrinkage is there, and steel relaxation is there. Apart from this, additional anchorage slip and the friction. That's why in the post tensioning system losses are more as compared to the pre tensioning system. Now we have take one problem which are related with the new revised code. Definitely it is more complicated or tedious. A post tension pre-stressed concrete beam of rectangular cross section 300 mm by 600 mm is pre-stressed by a strand carrying initial pre-stressing force of 400 kN. The cross-sectional area of the strand is 400 mm square. Calculate the loss of trace due to shrinkage using for the relative humidity 50%. Then for the first, for the general. Second, after 1 year with the age of concrete at transfer is 8 days. That means the pre-stressing done at the age of the 8 days. That means curing after curing 8 days curing. And second, after 6 months with age of concrete at transfer 8 days. Grade of concrete M40. Now the solution. Initial trace, what we know, pre-stressing force 400 kilonewton and the area of cross section is 400 mm square. So 400 pre-stressing force kilonewton converted into Newton divided by 400 mm square, that is the 1000 Newton per mm square. This is the initial pre-stressing or pre-stress. All wires stretch up to 1000 Newton per mm square. Modulus of velocity of steel is 2 into 10 raised to the power 5 Newton per mm square as per IS 1343. Then shrinkage loss in general. First case, Autogenous shrinkage we have taken from the IS 1343 year 2012, clause number 6.2.4.2, page number 5. Epsilon Ca is equal to 55 into 10 raised to the power 6. This is already discussed in the last lecture. Similarly, drying shrinkage strength epsilon Cd is equal to 466 after manipulation into 10 raised to the power minus 6. We have used the same page number 5. Kh is equal to, that is the coefficient, 0.85 on the basis of the notional size. Notional size H0 is equal to 2 times of area of the concrete section. The concrete section is already given 300 by 600, that's why 2 into 300 by 600 area of the concrete section divided by U, that is the perimeter. So 300 plus 300, 2 sides, and 600 plus 600, another 2 sides, that's why total perimeter. So we get the notional size is 200, and from the table we can find out the K suffix Ch coefficient. Total drying shrinkage is equal to epsilon Cd alpha is equal to Kh into epsilon Cd. Kh is equal to 0.85 and this is 466 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. So total drying shrinkage strength is equal to 396.1 10 raised to the power minus 6. Total shrinkage strength is equal to epsilon Cs is equal to epsilon Cd alpha plus epsilon Cd. So 55, which is known to us from the page number 5, plus 396.1 into 10 to the power 6, that gives the total shrinkage strength. Loss of stress is equal to epsilon Cs, this value, that is total 51.1 multiplied by modulus of elasticity in steel, that is 2 into 10 to the power 5. So loss is equal to 90.22 mm square. This is in general. So percentage loss is equal to 90.22 divided by total stressing force is 1000. So it is 9.02. This is the percentage of loss of stress due to the shrinkage. So these are the tables which is already discussed. We can find out the Kh on the basis of H0. Our H0 is 200. That's why this value is 0.85. And here strength we have used the M40. Manipulate this to for M25 50% humidity it is 535, and for 50 grade of the concrete is 50, it is 420. So manipulate interpolate this, we get the value of epsilon Cd. Similarly, epsilon autogenous, we can say that the drying shrinkage. This drying shrinkage is equal to, depending on the grade, we use the M40 grade. That's why again manipulate this to 45 is there for M35, and for 45 it is 65. After manipulation for M40 grade we get the 55. This value is 55. Okay. So this is the first one. Second one, shrinkage loss after 1 year. Now for 1 year we have considered beta As is equal to 1 minus exponential minus 0.2 under root of t. This is also a formula which is given in IS code 1343 2012, clause number 6.2.4.4, page number 5. So 1 minus e to the power 0.2 under root of t is equal to 365. 1 year 365. That's why we get the beta As is equal to 0.978. So autogenous shrinkage is equal to epsilon Cs with t time is equal to beta As with t, this value, that is 0.978 multiplied by epsilon Cd. Epsilon Cd is again same, that is 55 point into 10 raised to the power minus 6. We get the 53.70 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. Similarly, beta Ds with t and Ts. So T minus Ts, T total period is 365, 1 year, and the pre-stressing start at the age of 8 days. So minus 8 divided by T minus Ts, same, 0.04 under root of H0, that is the notional coefficient. This will be 200. That's why we get the 0.759. So total drying shrinkage epsilon Cd is equal to beta ds t comma ts, that means this value 0.759 into kh coefficient 0.85. It is similar to the previous one, and epsilon CD, that is 466, again same, into 10 raised to the power minus 6. So we get the 300 in 0.64 10 raised to the power minus 6. So total shrinkage strain is equal to epsilon CS is equal to epsilon CD plus epsilon CD, but this is related with the time. So we get this value. So loss of stress, again epsilon CS, this value multiplied by modulus of elasticity of the steel. So 354.34, this total, into 10 raised to the minus 6 into 2 into 10 raised to the power 5. So we get the 70.868 Newton per mm square. So 70.868 divided by initial stress is 1000 multiplied by 100. We get 7.087%. This is the loss after 1 year. That means at initial stage, shrinkage loss is more. It reduces with the time. Now this is the shrinkage loss after the 6 months. Repeat the same procedure. Beta AS is equal to 1 minus exponential minus 0.2 under root of t. Here 6 months is there. That's why instead of 1 year, 365 days, it is 180. Remaining steps are same. We get the same value, and here it is observed that loss of trace at the age of 6 months, it is 5.8%. Now second problem, loss of trace due to the creep. A precise concrete beam of rectangular cross section 100 mm in wide by 300 mm deep is preceded by 5 wires of 7 mm diameter. The profile of the wire is parabolic with 0 eccentricity at the support and 50 mm at the midspan. Initial stress in the wire is 1200 Newton per mm square, and ES is equal to modulus of elasticity of steel 2 into 10 raised to the power 5. EC is equal to 35 into 10 raised to the power 3. 10 raised to the power 3 Newton per mm square. Grade of concrete M40. Calculate the percentage loss of trace due to the creep of concrete for relative humidity 50%, and age of the loading is 28 days. Again, we have considered in general total creep loss, precise total creep loss, and the precise creep loss after 1 year. These are the again 3 cases. Now the solution. Area of the steel wires, there are 7 wires 5 mm diameter. We get the 7 into pi by 4 into square of 5. We get the area 192.4. Then area of the concrete section, that is 30,000 10 raised to into mm square. I is equal to BD cube by 12, so it is 225 into 10 raised to 6. Initial stressing force is equal to 1200. Wires are traced up to 1200. Area is known to you, and that's why we get 230.9 kilonewton. Alpha is equal to, that is the ratio, modular ratio, ES divided by EC. Therefore 2 into 10 raised to 5 divided by 35 into 10 raised to 3, we get 5.714. Then trace at the support is equal to P by A, definitely due to bending moment. As the end support, bending moment is 0, therefore it is P by A. So pre-stressing force, this initial pre-stressing force divided by total area of the concrete section, it is 7.7 Newton per m square. Then trace at midspan is equal to P by A plus, due to eccentricity, because the cable profile is parabolic, eccentricity E is equal to 50 mm, and Y is also equal to 50 mm. Why? Because we can find out the trace at the steel level. So P by A plus PE, that is the moment, multiplied by E divided by I. So we get the 230.9, that is the pre-stressing force. Eccentricity is 50 and the Y is also 50, divided by 225 10 raised to the 6. We get the 10.27 Newton per m square. This is the trace in concrete at the level of steel. Then average, here it is 7.7 and it is 2/3. Why it is 2/3? Because the cable profile is parabolic. So it is 2/3 of 10.27 minus 7.7. We get the 9.413. Now the nominal size, that is the notional size, H0 is equal to 2 AC divided by U. Again 2 into area is equal to 100 by 300. and the u is equal to 100 plus 100, 300 plus 300, we get the 75. So creep coefficient method, that is as per IS 1343 2012. These are the some tables. Refer. This is the loss due to creep as per the old IS code. That is phi into Fc multiplied by alpha c. Phi, you can take phi from this side. Fc is known to us and alpha c is the modular ratio. This is also known to us, and we get the loss of stress due to the creep. This is as per the old IS code. Now these are the some. Okay, we will start the problem. This is given in the IS 1343 2012. Okay, now first step, in general, total creep loss is equal to, for the 28 days age of loading, creep coefficient is equal to, this is creep coefficient, that is the epsilon c epsilon 0, that is equal to 2.975, and loss of stress due to the creep of concrete is equal to this 2.975 multiplied by Fc, that is 9.413, already calculated, multiplied by alpha taken from the IS code, that is 5.714. We get the total loss of stress due to the creep of concrete is equal to 160 Newton per m square. So percentage loss is equal to 160 divided by total stress 1200 multiplied by 100, we get the 13.33%. This is the loss of stress due to creep in general, or we can say that at the age of 28 days. Now second, precise loss, total creep loss at the age of 28 days. Again repeat the same procedure, but here beta epsilon c is equal to epsilon c0 is equal to epsilon rh into beta fcm into beta t0. Again, grade of concrete is less than 45, that's why we use this formula, and after putting this we get the value 2.586. Loss of stress due to the creep of concrete is equal to 2.586, that is the beta t0 into fc multiplied by alpha. Alpha is the modular ratio, we get the 139. So the percentage loss is equal to 11.59. And the third one, precise creep after 1 year. Again repeat the same procedure, except that we have used the different formulae, that is related with the t minus t, ts minus t. So this is t minus, we can say that the total period, and this is the initial period 28 days, and this is 365, that is 1 year. We get the beta t comma t0 as per the IS 1343 2012, it is 0.803. So again we can find out the beta t comma t0, we get beta rh into beta fm into beta 0 into beta t comma t0, and again we have taken all this value from the table IS 1343 2012, and we get the total loss of stress due to creep of concrete is 111.66. So percentage loss after 1 year is 9.3%. Now this is related with the problems related to the loss due to the creep and loss due to the shrinkage. Thank you very much.